our position on Amendment Bill number 10. In the next few minutes, I wish to address the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, and the Patriotic Front government as a whole. The genesis of Amendment Bill number 10 was couched in a controversy. It was initially meant to be a dialogue forum between the Patriotic Front and the opposition political parties mediated by the church. Along the way, the PF became uncomfortable and took it away from the church. The National Dialogue Forum, which became known as the NDF, eventually became a constitutional making body instead of a dialogue forum, as its name suggests. Many Zambians in opposition to this bill have no faith that the Patriotic Front will withdraw this bill. They are surprised at the aggressiveness and determination to pass the bill at any cost. Most Zambians have resigned to the possibility of the PF government's ability to listen to them on this matter. They have known that when it really matters, the PF does not usually stand on the side of the people. Zambians don't want this bill, but they seem to have given up because they believe that the Patriotic Front shall do what they want to do. In my language, Bemba, we say, musunga talamba munwe, meaning they are government, they have the power, and they will do what they want to do. The bill has become impotent. If it goes through Parliament, it is still a loss to both government and the people of Zambia, as it would only do so at the expense of peace and national unity. The NDF was constituted to deal with the conflicts of divisions which arose from the 2016 election. Instead of achieving that goal, it has become the most lethal weapon to any possible peace or unity post-2021 election. The only reason government would fatally push this bill is to highlight the powers they have and the fact that they can do whatever they want. My appeal is not based on whether it's a bad or good bill, but on the fact that it is a dangerously divisive bill. It's not worth it, Mr. President. As we approach 2021, let us seek to build consensus and not animosity. We must get to August 2021 as a relatively united nation. To achieve this, we must avoid dangerous experiments that could injure our opportunity to live as a united people beyond next year's election. We have an economy to rebuild after COVID-19, and we need a united nation to achieve that. Mr. President, and our colleagues in the Patriotic Front, if God wants your party to win the coming election, He will give it to you with or without Bill number 10. But if God has decided to give the leadership of Zambia to other Zambians, not even Bill 10 can save the Patriotic Front. The question therefore remains, in whose interest is this bill being forced through Parliament? We appeal to you in the interest of peace and national unity to withdraw this bill. The New Hope MMD agrees with the Catholic leadership that the bill be withdrawn for the sake of peace and unity. It is important to note that a bad leadership can abuse a good constitution, and a good leadership, on the other hand, can justly run a government even with a bad constitution. It all depends on the morality and the integrity of the leadership. Adding more lines to the Constitution itself does not guarantee better governance. America's Constitution, for instance, is only 4 pages with 4,500 words. And yet, the democracy of that country is better than ours. At least We have never heard of an opposition leader being tear-gassed for holding a party meeting in the United States. And yet, their constitution is only 4 pages. The United Kingdom is even worse. They don't even have a constitution, a written constitution. And yet, you have never heard of an opposition leader being sent to jail for opposing the Prime Minister or for visiting the BBC. It is not the size of the constitution which translates into good governance, but the heart of the leader and independent governance institutions. In the Bible, in the book of John, it clearly states that if every word that was spoken by Jesus were to be written down, there are no books in this world that would contain those words. The same with the Constitution. One wishes every aspect of life could be included in that document for better governance, but that's not the truth. The truth is what Zambia or any other country needs is a leadership of morality and integrity, that even if the Constitution doesn't say it, you still can do good to your fellow man. I urge the President and our colleagues in the Patriotic Front to put this controversy to rest by withdrawing the bill in the interest of peace and national unity. I thank you, and may God bless our great nation, Zambia.